Good morning and welcome to the Sano International Cricket Ground here in Japan. About an hour north of Tokyo, this ground has had previous international tournaments. Today, however, it is the final of the JCL T20. There will be some silverware to be handed out in around 3 hours' time. It should be a good contest. Two unbeaten teams throughout the tournament. Tigers, traditionally a very strong club, have won a lot of silverware over the past 2 or 3 years, including an often MVP player of the year, Savarish Ravichandran. Serendib, as I say, unbeaten as well throughout the previous 6 matches. Gayan, one of their top scoring batsmen. Should be a good match. The toss has gone in favour of Serendib and they've chosen to field. And what are overcast conditions here at Sano. The temperature's around 29 degrees. Humidity 77%, so not as hot as has it been in the previous sort of 3-4 weeks here at Sano. Often temperatures around 35. Playing conditions would feel a bit warmer than that. So a bit cooler as we go into autumn here in Japan. The first ball about to be bowled from what we call the school end here. Previous high school, this ground. Getting ready for the first ball of the final. All set here and getting underway on time. Mumtaz Alam, one of the umpires, alongside Adam Burrs. Here we go, first ball of the final, and bit of shape away. Of course, we are on the grass wicket here, which is good to see. Hasn't been used a lot over the past 2 or 3 months. Kinto Dobel, groundsman here, alongside perhaps Ash Thurgate. Probably got a team working on it, but perhaps those two are the leaders. And big appeal not given. The slip cordon went up, as did the keeper and bowler. And short cover, they're all very interested in that, but umpire assured in his decision. Looked to be a bit of room between bat and ball. Great delivery though. Great start here from Sanjeewa. Just what you want from your team in the final. Ball 3. And just pulls out. Does batsman Thakir. Opening with Gagan Sudi. These two at the top of the run scoring table for the team. Well, they're in second and third place. No other than Savarish at top. Edgy, but wide of the slip cordon. And, well, it's pulled in the end. So, it cost them the boundary. Definitely not in control of the shot though. Sanjeewa managing to find the outside edge, but needed a third slip really. So they have Gully first slip in place, short cover. And bit hesitant here from the Kerr, almost just poking at that was Sachin. He's in third place on the runs scored table for the T20 format. For the Tigers, Savarish Ravichandran at the top, 361 runs, going at an average of 180. Amazing run scorer. In second place, it's Gargan City. There's 175 runs that have come at an average of 35. And the Kerr pushes this onto the onside and finds the gap and a run. Sachin Thakur in third place on the run scoring table, 114, going at an average of 28.5. So it's these two and Sabarish that have done most of the damage for the Tigers team and taking them to beaten 5 victories, 1 washout, but as I say, unbeaten. Both teams, so it will be a thrilling contest, this one. Again, some nice outswing. Into the first over as we look out to Mount Karasawa here at Sano. Big week for Japan cricket. The second major piece of silverware to be handed out this season. The first was the T10, which was won by the Tigers club. So they're looking for their second piece of silverware here today. But following this, the Japan national squad will get on a plane and head to South Korea. A couple of warm-up games before their ICC World Cup qualifying sub-regional tournament begins. Do follow it. It's not on YouTube, but it is on ICC TV, and that is, of course, free to subscribe. Second over here, short, pulled for 4 runs. Will it make it? And valiant effort from the fielder, but it's a pretty quick outfield here at Japan. Ball pitched a couple of times and then just sped across the boundary. First boundary for the Tigers team. Sunk in again, honing in on the stumps here. Sanka looking to make a breakthrough for his team. They know how important these top 3 wickets are for his brilliant outswinger. And certainly a good toss to win by the looks. Wicket just conducive to swing. I believe they're playing with the Newberry ball. I could be corrected on that. But first 4 or 5 overs. And edged and put down. Did he glove it? Again, great bowling here. This time from the other end of Motosanka. Taking on a formidable opposition are the Seren Knights, and they will need to make a good start, and they're doing that. No wickets in that column yet, but certainly some nice tight lines being bowled here from Seren Knights, finding the edge on a couple of occasions. This time does well to get bat on it. The Kerr needed to. Otherwise the finger would have gone up. Really important these first 6 overs for both teams. can often set the momentum for the match. This wicket last weekend proved very difficult to play on. Both teams posting subpar scores. Goes for it, and well, will that hesitation and looking at his teammate have cost him? We won't know, but it won't go down as a chance, but perhaps it should. In the end, not getting a hand to it, but well, if he'd kept his eye on the ball and kept backtracking, perhaps would have made a better grasp, would have made a chance of taking the ball. In the end, looking at his teammate costs vital milliseconds. Understandable for Kerr there, just wanting to be a bit more aggressive. Started well off the first boundary of the innings, but then a couple of dot balls he could feel, just a bit of pressure building. Pressure often plays a big part in these games, in these finals. Sanjeev just straying down leg side will be called wide, the first extra of the innings. They bowled a fair too many wide extras last weekend, the Sarah Knights. They won by the barest of margins, just a one run over Sarno and Duckworth Lewis. Didn't really get all of it, but falls short of mid-on, and it was a sacrificial run taken, direct hit. He would have been short, but wasn't to be. Perhaps just a bit of a nervous run, that one. But perhaps the Kurd looking to be just a bit more aggressive. Played with a straight bat. Sanjeev, Marusanka have both made a pretty good start. Again, another ball back. Perhaps just a bit wide of the wicket, but nevertheless, the Kerr playing at it. Another ball that is beaten the bat. They will certainly keep first slip in. Sanjeev in again, this time dragged across the onside. Gets a thickish inside edge. Bit of football will keep it in, and teamwork will perhaps limit the third run being taken there. It's good work. And then just 2 runs taken. Straight up, chance here, mid-on, scored for it and takes it. Man, what was a good catch. It went high. Went very, very high. So mid-on, he called early and called loud. And he had a good catch taken. The first wicket, short one, but Thakur was through the shot too early. Skied it, and well, in the end, patience there from the fielder and good technique. The first wicket falls. Catch taken from Gayon. the Kerr out for 12 off his 16 balls, and that will bring in their in-form batsman Sabarish Ravichandran. Five games with one no result. The Tigers have won. They beat Alpha Quashers, Wyverns, Rising Stars, Sano in the group games. In the quarterfinals, it was a washout against Tokyo Falcons. Semi-finals, they had an easy victory, 6-wicket win over Max. Unbeaten as our Serendib. Ravichandran just lets this one go through. Happy to see the last ball of the over out. That's 3 overs done, 13 for 1. And in the shot there, you'll see in the background group training in their blue shirts. It'll most probably be the Japan cricket team, the national team, without the exception, of course, of Sabarish Ravichandran. He's a part of that squad, but Coach Dougal Bennyfield, happy for him to play the final. Makes sense. What is a tense pressure cooker situation? Can he deliver yet again for his team? Sabarish, with bat or ball, he's been a star for his team in both. He, as I say, he's topping the runs scored for his team, but also wickets. He's taken 10. Kumar Singh next best with 6. At the moment, though, it's Gagan Surya's partner, who's beaten from the second over presented from Madhusankar. Brilliant delivery. Started really well. Both bowlers need to against this top team. Serenites also unbeaten. We'll go through their list of victories after this delivery, but both teams deserving to be here in the final. Gully has a jump at it, but doesn't really get close. Another edge that falls safely for the Tigers team. Just another good delivery from Madhusankar. They played on this wicket last week and realised just how difficult it was, making 88 runs against Sano. Point comes in to attack, but no run taken. Yeah, it was a close game against Sano last weekend for Serenites. They batted first, made only 88. Sano 33 for 3 when the rain came down. And by the barest of margins on the Duckworth-Lewis, Serendib advanced to the final. This one's played for, and Point will clean it up, but definitely no edge. Again, Surdy meaning to play such a shot. Just going onto the back foot and guiding it. Relatively, he wouldn't call it a safe shot with first slip and a gully point out there, but plays it well. Just the one boundary scored, and so far we saw last weekend in that Serenites, and also the Max Cricket Club, who were bowled out for 55. Both innings, there were a few boundaries. Max especially, I think it was just 2 boundaries from their innings, bowled out for 55 by the Tigers, who went on won it in the 13th over. Ravichandran turns it to square leg, calls his partner through quickly, gets off the mark. $17 for 1. Could say the relatively in the balance, perhaps, the game. Serendib certainly have started well with the bowlers. They'll be having a lot of encouragement from the edges they've found. They'll be just wanting the breakthrough again, try and have Tigers down 2 or 3. They know how important these 2 wickets are, Ravichandran and Gangan Suri. Hashan Muditha. Ravichandran goes onto the back foot, drives it between point and cover. Looked like he played it pretty well to me, but he's disappointed with himself that he perhaps didn't generate a bit more power off the ball, get it through for 4, but you're still there, Sabo. 18 for 1, 5th over, game in the balance, the final. Driven and shouts of excitement, hoping to perhaps create a run out, but bit of a misfield, and the ball quite wide of the fielder, so safe single taken from the Tigers. They'll keep wanting to tick the board over, realising how tough it is to hit to the boundary off this wicket. Favour with the bowlers. Perhaps a score of 100, 110, 120 they fear will be enough to win the final. Full toss. Almost spooned back to the bowler. Nerves often can play a part of the final. Throughout the tournament, most of it's been played on the artificial turf, so past score have been around 160. But being back on the grass relatively late in the season, certainly, this one just staying low, and you could see there how far over the ball Gangan Suri played. But Uther may have rolled the fingers across the ball with an off-cutter, just using his variation techniques. Certainly looks to be a good strategy on this wicket, using some off-cutters, leg cutters, taking the pace off it. This time he's short, and it's just smacked for 4, and that's the shot of the match so far. That is a shot of aggression. Gangan Suri, front foot, punishes it through the covers. Here's the replay. Beautiful execution, and the Tigers team in the tent, they loved that. Final ball coming up here from Muditha. What's his comeback going to be? It's a good ball. and that'll end the over. 5 overs gone, 24 for 1. Game really is in the balance. As I say, they're on target, Tigers, for a score perhaps of around 120, 130. Depends on how well a batsman can get in on this wicket. The 2 games last week, the high score, I believe, was 20 runs. And flicked off the pads. Wonderful shot, this one from Sabo. 4 runs. And that's a brilliant shot. Let's hope we see more of that in South Korea. He just patiently waits for the ball, plays it well under his eyes, clipped off his pads behind square, who can just chase but have absolutely no chance of hauling the ball in. Well timed. Momentum in favour of the Tigers, just these couple of boundaries of the last 3 balls. Favour's fallen in their hands at the moment. Mosanka bowling again. It's a good line, that one. Really good contest this, as I say. Both teams deserving to get through. Tigers doing it easily. Serendibs, they had to fight for their semi-final spot. Their final spot, I guess you'd call it. Edgy, but flies over point. Gets enough off it, does Ravichandran. Looking to hit over cover region. Chance of an overthrow? No. Looking to go over the cover field, but looking to be aggressive and hit hard. So if it does happen to take the edge, it's just going to fly over the keeper, if not first slip. This time it flew over point. Your score on the screen has it down as Kakan sitting on strike. It's actually at Ravichandran. Just a mix up there from our scorers. Just defends this to short cover. Really good fielding position, really, from the Serenites, or Serendib. Go by both names, I think Serendib, perhaps the T20 team name, but they're very aware of how well Tigers run between the wickets, often picking up a lot of runs around the block. So short extra cover there in a good position. Chance here, leading edge, gone straight up, mid on, drops it, and drops a huge wicket. As soon as he'd played it, Sabaris just shook his head. He knew he was gone. Ball off the leading edge. Bats these days have thick leading edges too. This just going straight up mid on, not having to do much as far as position, but he just drops it like a sack of spuds. Boy, that can hurt. Sabaris Ravichandran Well, he's been dropped on 9. I guess he jogged through for the single. Still on strike, of course, now. You don't want to drop a guy on 9 when he's made 361 runs at an average of 180. Most of those perhaps played on artificial turf, but more difficult on the grass. He did go cheaply last week, but he was just looking to finish the game off against the Max Cricket Club. Cuts to point. This will be just the sort of match practice Sabarish Ravichandran will be appreciating. A high pressure game. T20 JCL Final. Meredith in the second over. Third man plays football with it, and, well, in the end he keeps it in. 2 runs taken. First over outside of the power play where Serendib can just relax. A couple of fielders back onto the boundary. Third man in bottom edge here. Sabarish looking to smack it through the covers. Perhaps just another sign of the wicket, staying a bit low on occasion. Perhaps both batsmen just aware of this. They played on the wicket last weekend, getting onto the front foot, perhaps safer of the option. Does so here and plays beautifully behind point. Just have a look at the JCL replay. Gets onto the front foot. Madhushankar's still looking for that swing. Plays in front of point. And between point and cover, just a glorious shot and another boundary. Four boundaries now scored. 2 of them coming from this man, Sabarish. Bit of a misfield, but it won't cost them anything. End of the over. 7 gone, 37 for 1. The sound, you hear the motorbike in the background. You'll see from the road adjacent to the ground here. Great view of Mount Karasawa. You see the Japanese team, the national team in the background training. Perhaps alongside some Japan A team members, perhaps. Looks to be a fair number out there. Japan team flying out Tuesday to South Korea. They have a couple of pre-tournament matches against Indonesia and the Philippines before the tournament starts next Saturday. A week today. Do watch. It's on ICC TV. Over number 8, Wasantha. Just hurries Suri on with that one. Called wide. So it's just a second extra. As I say, the opening bowlers did a really good job just with their line and length. just the one over at the top. Sanjiwa Marasanka. Valiant effort from cover fielder, but it'll be left to the sweeper out there. Some good movement off the pitch for Wasantha, but ball just too short. And this one gets up at a good height for Saurish. Just a cut off the back foot. It's a good contest, this one. Wasantha will be looking to get a bit more fuller in that sort of area. This one down wide, leg side wide. Just after talking up the impressiveness of lack of extras, we see that's the third. The first one was too wide, so 3 extras in this over. That's a better delivery. An appeal, but not given. It looked to me Sabarish was grounded and that his foot was behind the crease. Direct hit, great bit of fielding. Keeper really keen on the decision. Brilliant from the gully fielder. On what was another good delivery from Wasantha Chandana. And he finishes well again, bowling to his field, even though it just manages to get past cover. Mid-off does enough to get round, so you can feel the tenseness out there in the middle. This match could go either way. 42 for 1, run rate just under 6, so looking to be score around 110, 120, but you just don't know. A batsman can get in on this wicket and just even bat through, just anchor the innings, score a slowish, perhaps 40, 50, run a ball. Could be enough to get the team up to 120, 130. Smacked for 4. Well, there we go. You could feel the pressure building through the over, even there's been a couple of wides, but it's just released. That pressure's just been released from Sabarish Ravichandran. Lovely shot through the covers, dissecting the field very well, so a chance afforded there to the Serenites. End of the over, 8 gone, 46 for 1. Time for some spin. Thiramana will open his account from the score end. Turned just round the corner to square leg for a single, and a chance of an overthrow taken. Well, perhaps Thiramana could have done a bit better in fielding that. The throw was quite wide of the wicket, however. Dulana Thiramana, right arm off spin. Can he make a breakthrough for his team? They need to throw a counter punch here. Tigers just getting on top of this game. Gagan Suri, even though he's been there from the start, just having faced 10 deliveries. Ravi Chandran dominating the strike. Just turned onto the onside, and mid-wicket has to come round to field it. So a simple single to what would be short square leg. Happy to pick up singles and twos here, perhaps Tigers team. Another single taken down to long off. Good to see the energy from the Serendib team in the field. They showed that last week against Sano. Paid off in the end. Very much willing each other on, urging each other, encouraging. Short, too short, and the mistake will cost the Serenites team 4 runs. The short delivery, but also the misfield. Gagan Suri just waiting on the ball. Probably wasn't happy with how he executed it, being too square, but deep backwards square, makes a mistake, pushes the ball over the boundary. And, well, battle continues, all inside edge from Savarish and a shy at the stumps, but he's comfortably back for that. Not so comfortable was the delivery. Just took an inside edge from Chandana, Vasantha Chandana. Honing in on the wicket here against Savarish. Almost bowling just at York length between middle and off stump, perhaps 4th, 5th wicket stump. Must be a good battle against Suri. An appeal and chance for a run out. Oh, the throws wide, and Savarish Ravichandran's not happy with his partner. A couple of perhaps sharp words. In the end, he survives, but the throw was a bit straighter to his bowler. I think he could have had the bails off before Ravichandran would have made it home. Bit of drama here. What you'd expect in a final. Small moments can win and lose a match. Think back to the one when Ravichandran was dropped on 9. Perhaps here again, Ravichandran chance for a run out against him. He's finally coming down to talk to his partner, which makes sense. I mean, a mistake in communication is made. Best thing is, and there you go, the shake of hands. And Savarish was a long way down the wicket, and Gagan Suri, he's not as quick as Savarish for a start, not interested in the run. Savarish in the end making the decision to get back to his wicket. In the meantime, backward square, retrieving the ball. Well, the throw just wasn't good enough. He actually had time to throw to his bowler, who was getting back behind the stumps to take the bails off, so he didn't have to make it a direct hit. Was that another chance Serendib have given the great Sabarish Ravichandran? Well, being the 10th over, perhaps the heat factor, the umpires have taken a short break here. I imagine a 2-minute break in the final. It's 30 degrees, almost 11 a.m. Humidity is around 75%, so it's pretty high. Conditions will feel around 34, 35 for the players, especially if you've got the pads on. Here's a look at this story so far. The Suri, Ravichandran, these three contributed the majority of the runs to the Tigers outfit. They certainly do have depth though. Sakia, Molly, Kumar can all hold a bat, George, so they'll be looking for a winning score of what I believe would be anything over 130 on this wicket with the bowling lineup that the Tigers have. I think they feel pretty assured. Sanjeewa, Madhusankar, they were brilliant at the top. And, Madhusankar going for 6 as an economy, but they both managed to beat the bat on numerous occasions, created chances. Since then, we've seen spin introduced through Thiramana. Perhaps we'll continue here. Not the clearest of conditions here at Sano. Almost a fog over the ground. But very overcast, 100% cloud cover here today. The day of the final, the good news is that there's no rain on the radar, so bound to get the final done. We'll know in a couple of hours who that will be, who will be holding the silverware. Currently, Tigers. Have they got a hand on it? Definitely not. A finger, perhaps. 55 for 1. And wow. 6 runs. Huge shot. What a way to start after the short break. Gagan City. Here's the replay. It's a full toss, but he manages to pull it from off stump out to square leg. 6 runs, won't that feel good? And the full toss, costly. Just a short break here because I believe the ball may be lost. They do have netting over that side of the ground, and you can see there the umpires perhaps got another ball. Umpires today, that'll be Adam Burrs and Mumtaz Alam down the other end. But Just doing a quick count, making sure the fair number inside and outside the circle. That's better delivery. My son's that honing in on leg stump, Yorker length. Just got that previous delivery wrong. Nothing wrong with the line, but the full toss was just dispatched from Gagan City. Great partnership, this one. Inside edge and races away. Big boundary out there. Thought it was going to pass the line. Difficult to see the boundary rope today. The colour is a yellow one, so a bit hard to pick up. End of the over. 10 overs done. The halfway stage. Tigers 63 for 1. This partnership just continues to build, and something Sierra Knights, if they want to win this game, they need to get rid of both these batsmen. Not an easy wicket to bat on. Both these scores would have been high scores in the previous games last Saturday on the grass. Everyone struggled. Using his feet to come forward. Long off is probably 5-10 metres in off the boundary, so not sitting on the boundary rope, so looking to attack that and minimise any twos being taken. Using his feet, Gagan Suri comes down the wicket and punishes it over the covers for 4. It's a beautiful shot. He just uses his feet and rebalances himself before using the power of his arms and hands to hit through the ball. Great shot. And looked on from a couple of the Japan team players, just admiring the great execution. Gagan Suri, see up to 27 now. It's a good turn from Thirumanna, but just a little too wide, and Suri getting onto the back foot, so confident, not afraid to get onto the back foot, knowing that the wicket has resulted in the ball staying low for a couple of deliveries. Using his feet to come down the wicket, a lot safer the approach, getting the ball in the half volley from Sabarish. The single picked up. At this stage, he's quite happy just to rotate the strike and watch his partner, Suri, look for the big shots, look for the boundary. Here's another one. Has he got all of it? No. Kept in from the fielder. Was not going to make the boundary rope, but it was the chase from the fielders and trying to take the ball on the full. Wasn't to be. Dissects both fielders. Risky with that one from Gagan Suri. You feel from his approach, he's looking to try and maximise number of runs. He's looking for the boundary on most occasions, whereas Ravichandran is happy to push the ball around the block, pick up the odd boundary perhaps, but just anchor the innings, realising how difficult the wicket is to bat on. You wouldn't think so looking at these two, but they have both of them given chances to the opposition. Just a short break in the game. Looks like some new gloves being adorned, but just updating you on the Japan national team. You'll see them training in the background on a few shots. Their games coming up in South Korea next week. A couple of pre-tournament games starting on the Wednesday and Thursday, but the tournament getting underway Saturday. Japan first up against the Philippines. Back here live though, Silva comes in. It's his first over, first delivery. Deep point position. And also deep cover. Sweeper fielder, I guess you'd call it. Cover for Silva on the offside. Tries to drag this one. In fact, wasn't too sure himself on where he was trying to hit that. Looking through the covers at the start to what was a very straight delivery. Perhaps playing in the V, perhaps the safer of the two options. Pitching it relatively full here is Silva. Comes down the wicket, stumped, gone, surely. And yeah, doesn't even the umpire behind the wicket had the finger up. But decision perhaps also confirmed or given originally from square leg. Some great work. Gagan Suri just coming down the wicket, steadies himself, but in playing, missing the shot. Keeper taking the bails off safely and quickly. Second wicket fall was a big one, really. Gagan Suri, he was going along at a good rate. He has to depart 30 of his 22 deliveries. And Tigers, second wicket fall, 73 for 2. Gayan, the wicketkeeper, of course, for the Serenites, doing some good work, taking a much-needed wicket for his team. Can they go bang, bang? Left-hander to the wicket in the form of Mohli. Ranjiv Mohli. They're looking to continue the work and just sort of establish a partnership here. Flicks this onto the offside. Well, some good attacking fielding from the Serenites. They can't stop the single being taken there. Every wicket the Serenites can take will just help in terms of the run rate. It's not an easy wicket to come in and start scoring runs off, so if they can keep taking wickets in these last 8 overs, they'll limit the damage. Fielded, the cameraman searching for that one, but fielded at square leg. End of the over. 74 for 2. 8 overs remain. Projected score, it's probably around 130. With wickets in hand, who knows? Tigers can get up to 150. Just depends on how well the incoming batsmen go, what sort of rate, any contribution. If you can come in and score a quick 10 to 20 runs off 5 to 10 balls, then it's a great contribution at this stage. It's not such an easy wicket to do so on, though. Decisions to be made for Serendib as far as the bowling. Sanjeewa has another 2, as does Motasanka has 1. So you can always bring Sanjeewa, your strike bowler, back for an attack, try and get the wicket of Ravichandran. Muditha was also bowled well. He has 2 overs up his sleeve, but we're sticking with the spin. So will be his 3rd over for Thiramana. There's the projected score on screen right now. If they go an 8 and over, 137. 10 and over, as I talked about, hard to do on this wicket. You just saw there in the turn. Thiramana's extracting off this wicket. He'll be Lovett bowling to the left-hander. This one he's just got offline though, and well, comes off the body, so it's not ruled wide. But Molly will be a bit disappointed he didn't get that one. It was wide and down leg. Thiramana needs to get his radar right here. That's the radar he wants. Perfect to the left-hander, and as I say, he'll be much preferring bowling to Morley than Ravichandran. He's looking to pitch the ball, take it away from the bat, bring his first slip, who's quite wide. Oh, he's been picked up, dispatched for 4. It's a wonderful shot. Deep square leg, unable to get round. So he's played it late enough also. Here's the JCL replay. Just a bit of hesitation from the fielder out there, but perhaps never going to stop that boundary fall. He goes again. Big appeal, but turned down, and rightly so, from Alarm. Pitching outside. May have struck him in line, but always pitching outside. So turned down, the right decision. Morley again looking to be aggressive, looking to go after Thiramana. Just open up that sort of onside region. Misfield. We'll see Ravichandran walk through for a single. Second over here for Silver. Just darts this one onto the leg stump, but it's been turned around, and just they will come back for a second. Morley's made a pretty good start here. Just 7 off his 9 deliveries. Perhaps looking to be more of the aggressor, though. Happy to risk his wicket. Cry for half an appeal, but Morley looking to get under that, but it was too full of delivery, so it just crashed into his pad. Oh, he's floated this one up, and that is just the wrong delivery. You want to bowl to Ranjith Morley. Loves it there. Again, giving himself room, just almost coming a premeditated movement. Opening up our leg side, and he's played it late enough. Again, aware of the square leg, deep square leg fielder. Plays it late enough, maximises the runs. Silva, he'll want to bowl it more to his keeper's gloves line. Again. Oh, should have been a run out. Should have been a run out. All sorts of drama. First, the huge appeal. A judge to be going down leg side, and then, well, it's all happening here. Good little battle, this one. Silva, again, darting the ball in, but on a line I believe is not the right one. Not to the left-hander, but Moley very strong on the offside. From mid-wicket down to fine leg. And takes the pace off this one completely. But again, bowling full is Silva. And the end of the over. Another pretty good one for the Tigers as they march along. 14 overs done, 88 on the board. Still looking around a score of 130, 140. They'd love to get up to 150. That really would be a challenge, I believe, on this wicket for the Serenites to chase down, but who knows? I think it's playing a lot better, the wicket, than the previous weekend. So good work from the groundsman, doing the preparation needed. The spinners are getting some good bounce out of it. Final over here for Thiramana, and beautiful straight drive that is wide of mid-off. Another boundary. What a way to start the over. Puts immediate pressure on Thiramana. And, well, mid-off dived, and I don't think he got close to it in the end. Beautiful shot and example of the use of feet from Ravichandran. Plays spin well. Again, using his feet, this time going over the cover region and going again for a boundary for fabulous batting. This is the over that he's targeted, perhaps the bowler, where he's just going to step up the pace and, well, why not? 6 overs remain. He's been patient the last few overs, Ravichandran, just chipping the ball around, but I believe he's gone into, from third gear, he's gone up to fifth gear here. 4-4. How's the Thiramana going to come back of this delivery? Well, he takes the pace off the ball, and, well, Ravichandran going to lap him. Doesn't get it. Didn't have the pace on the delivery, perhaps, also for that kind of shot. This time he's just guiding it down to a short third man. Perhaps Gully. And just changing, actually, the positioning. No. To the left-hander, of course, so just Gully now becomes... Will it carry? No. Just landing short of the rope. But Morley gets a hold of another one. That's his third boundary. His third 4. And he just clears the front leg, launches into it. muscles it over the boundary. His partner Ravichandran applauding the shot, loving the support, and what's quickly turned into another good partnership for the Tigers. 100 is up, 5 overs remain, that 150 score. Well, is it possible if these two at the wicket? Yes, it is. Oh, run out, chance, wrong end. And chance of an overthrow, no. Well, Morley would have been short had the ball gone to the bowler's end. And straight away, the two batsmen come together just for a chat. He'd played the ball, had Morley, and, well, Ravichandran put his head down and ran for the other end. Morley, after starting off, hesitated halfway down the wicket. As I say, if the ball had come back in the bowler's end, he would have surely been caught short, but ball comes in the other end. Savarich is home safe, and in the end, Morley also makes it safely through for, well, not a certain single, but a risky single. Japan national team, you see split out there. You've got half in the nets practicing and the other half out on the wicket going through some fielding drills. The left-hander Morley, he's added some spice to this game. He's come in looking to be very busy. Ravichandran, who was originally dropped on 9, continues his attack. Couple of dot balls here that'll feel good for the Serenites. They want to limit the damage. If they want to keep this team to sub 150, they need to take wickets. They need to start here and now. Another chance of shy at the stumps, but perhaps he could have held on to that. Savarich always home. They've been very energetic in the field, have Serenites. It's good to see. They're not afraid to have a shy at the stumps, trusting the fielders to back them up. Hasn't always happened in this innings, but, well, it just shows the energy in the field. Dragonfly just in the foreground of your picture there. Ravichandran playing yet another contribution, another important role he's had in this game thus far. Yet to see him with the ball. This time, edgy, gone, taken. Just after mentioning another contribution being made from him, well, he has to go back to the 10. He would have loved the remaining 5 overs out here, but this time, after being dropped originally on 9, he is caught on 37, going out a runner ball. So the big wicket of Savarich Ravichandran falls. Third wicket here. Tigers 103 for 3. New batsman will be Noor Mohammed Ibrahim. Average of 20-21. So certainly coming in the middle order, expected to perhaps finish the job here for his team. try and continue to be aggressive, find the boundary. Almost looks to lap. There's a bit of excitement, and ball ended up square of the wicket, which is thrown in from the keeper, doing good work behind the stumps as Gayan, as I say, one of the lively members of the team, urging his bowlers on. Lots of energy around the wicket, around the stumps. Took a stumping earlier on. Just the 4 overs remain in the first innings. Tigers 103 for 3. Really good over the last one for the Serenites. Just the 1 run coming off it, and the big wicket of Ravichandran. Can the Tigers Cricket Club get up to 135? That's going to 8 and over. I believe that's probably a score they'll be targeting. As I said at the beginning of the game, a score of 130 perhaps. It's quite competitive on this wicket. Both scores last weekend on this turf, perhaps the one next to it, were sub 100, Max scoring 55 and losing to the Tigers, and the Serenites scoring 89, and that being enough to beat Sano just by the 1 run, and that was through the Duckworth-Lewis method. Wide first up for Sanjeewa, coming back to bowl. He's got 2 overs remaining, started beautifully at the top of the innings. Eight extras for the team thus far. That's better. And you see the Japan squad watching this game with interest. Fortunately, teammate Sabarish, having fallen the over earlier, they won't get to see him, but I see plenty of other talent on show. Manoj Silva belted down too long off. Just a single taken. Mohammed yet to get off the mark, facing Sanjeewa. And doesn't miss leg stump by much, but it will be ruled wide from the umpire. Gives himself room to try and scoop Sanjeewa fine in the end. Another shy at the stumps, an aggressive one that, perhaps didn't need to be taken. Perhaps so. Makes the batsman think twice. But the direct shy, which did take out middle stump, batsman was well home. Given his buys the previous ball, as I say, batsman looking to scoop, didn't catch up with the ball, so in the end, one by taken. This ball that just dragged back into the middle stump, another chance for a run out and an overthrow. Well, that time it was on, fair enough. Really aggressive in the field, Serenites. attacking the ball at all opportunities, not afraid to take shy at the stumps. And, well, the other side of that is that you may tend to give away the odd overthrow. Fielders not being able to get round and back up, so it's a risk you take. It certainly shows the batsman, though, your intent, and that there's no easy run to be taken. They'll be wanting a boundary here, the Tigers. Mohammed, he'll look to take it upon himself to find the boundary. Perhaps umpire just a bit hesitant there. Just could see that bowler needed to be held back. Here we go. Final ball of this over, and one that drags back. Look at that. And it's going to result in extras, 4 byes. Real shame. Having a look at the replay, well, they all count for the Tigers club. Didn't think it would come this way, but, well, you can see after the ball pitching, it just swung, beat the keeper. You'll be disappointed with that, because it's a maximum 4 byes, which got the team up 11 runs off the over. A good one in the end for the Tigers. 114 for 3. Just 18 balls remain. Sanjeewa, you coming in with pace from the school end, and Morley using that pace just to punish it out to deep point, forward point, in a sweeping position out there for the left-hander. Sorry, it's Madhusankar, of course, bowling from the school end, and he's just telling his team to calm down. Doesn't want to afford any extras. There need be any more overthrows, so fielder held on to the ball. It's brought Moley back onto strike. Ranjith Moley is up to 20 now for his 23 balls. Goes at it hard, over the covers, but just skews off that sort of outside edge. And deep point, deep cover point is in good position there for such a ball. Just didn't quite middle that. He was looking to go a bit straighter. Certainly a powerful player is Ranjith Moley. Mohammed Ibrahim on strike. He would just look to turn the ball onto the square for another quick single. Hit it straight to square, but being on that 30-yard circle allows the batsman time to scamper through. They realise the importance of picking up every run. Who knows how important it could be come the end of this game. It is a final. You want to leave everything out there. Just 17 balls remain for the innings, and this is a wasted one. Unfortunately, it has been ruled wide, so I had a good think about it, did Adam Burst, but in the end, and judges it to be wide down leg side. Moley made the pre-delivery movement out to the offside, looking just to lap Madusanka. This time stays straight, and bowler beats the batsman well, just through some sheer pace and good length there from Madusanka. Just a quick chat between batsmen, just saying let's minimise any dot balls. Let's make sure we get bat on ball. Every run is vital. Gets it behind square. Square does enough just to drag it down, so it'll be just a one run. Brings the end of the over. Really good one for the Serenites. They won't be too unhappy going at perhaps one per ball. It's the boundaries they want to eliminate. 2 overs remain. Tigers 120 for 3. It's a low-scoring T20 final, but one that I believe is completely in the balance here. Two overs remain, and a full toss that has been just sort of spooned out over point for 4 runs. Well, it looked a little agricultural, but it pays dividends. Morley on strike. He had to reach for it. That's half the problem. And he managed to get bat on it, and well, in the end, played over point for 4 runs. He'll be happy with that. Great way to start the over. Just puts all the pressure back on the bowler, Muditha. Beats the bat, and not too far from leg stump either. We've seen quite a few shots today where the batsmen just look to go aerial, and the ball will look to hit over mid-wicket or cover region. The ball just stayed a bit low, passing under the bat. This time I think he's just missed out, not on, just playing around the ball. 10 balls remain. What sort of score can Tigers get up to? Can they get another 20 runs on the board? Can they hit 140? Given, and easy decision at that. Bowler didn't even look back. He appealed and, well, go crashing into middle and leg stump. Perhaps let's have a look at the replay. Murtha picks up his second wicket here and crashing into middle, and no hesitation from the umpire, Mumtaz Alam. The finger goes up instantly, and the 4th wicket falls. Brilliant delivery from Muditha. Joe George, the new batsman, and he's gone hard at the very first delivery. Has he got enough of it? I think so. It's going to fall safe. extra cover, had to make ground. It was falling in and around where mid-off would be, but mid-off is at long off, so ball falls safely in the end. And defended, good delivery, short but honing in on the top of middle stump. And not the best looking shot from the batsman. He goes to cut without moving his feet, and the ball just travels under the bat, so still out there. And the Tigers, with Gijo George now at the wicket, have advanced to 128 for 4, just 6 balls remain. Can they get up to 140? Will that score sit somewhere in the 130s for Serenites to chase? It really will be a good contest, good challenge. As I said at the top of the program, we expected pass scored on this wicket, perhaps 120, 130. I think Tigers would be really happy if they could go into the break with 140, but it's not going to be easy for these two batsmen. Perhaps Morley will take it upon himself to try and score the runs. It's Gijo George on strike though. Sanjeewa to finish or bowl the death over. The Serenites team starts with one that beats the bat but also beats the keeper. Fortunately, they've got a third man who's very straight, covering that mistake. As a result, the Tigers can have Morley scamper through to take the strike. It's the best result, best scenario for them if he can finish the innings with 5 deliveries that he faces. He is 26 of 28. He's at 4 boundary 4s. He's the more aptly skilled of the two to finish this innings. Can he find the boundary for his team? Sanjeewa, well, I think he's just going to be looking to bowl Yorker length in and around middle and off stump. He won't want to give Morley any room, especially not down leg, nor short and wide out the offside. Good battle this one. 5 balls remain. Sanjeewa beats the bat. Morley looking to cut this. It's a great start to the last over of the Serenites. Can they carry the momentum through? Just going for a measly 4 or 5 of the final over. Again, beating the bat. This is brilliant from Sanjeewa. Ranjith Morley wants to capitalise on these final remaining balls. Just gets bat on this one, pokes it behind point. They can only get the 1 run, so another good result for the Serenites. It'll be interesting to hear what their captain thinks on what sort of score they're comfortable with in chasing. Two balls remain. Another Yorker length from Sanjeewa, squeezed out from the batsman. And, well, Gigi George does well to get back for a second. He's just giving himself room by backing away to the onside, opening up offside. He did well to clamp down on that ball. Final delivery of the 20 overs allotted to the Tigers Cricket Club. Neither team have won the trophy. First time for both of them in the final. Who's it going to be? Cut late for 4 runs, and what a psychological positive finish for the Tigers team. That 4 off the final delivery will take their total through to 136 for 4. It's a score Serenites are going to have to come out and chase in around 15 minutes' time. It'll be an interesting chase, perhaps a competitive score. We talked about past score being 120, 130. Well, high 136, 137 to win. It'll be an interesting chase. Do join us. Do subscribe to the Japan Cricket channel for future content. We have an interesting women's series coming up on the YouTube channel, Japan versus Singapore, in early October. As talked about, the men's have a competition, a World Cup qualification regional tournament. Looking here and now at this, well, some good partnerships. First from Thakur and Surdi, followed on with Mohli, and then Sabarish Ravichandran. He's probably the pick of the batsman. His 37 included 5 fours. He went at a good run of ball, but all in all, impressive batting, especially from the top 4 of the Tigers Cricket Club, all making contributions and getting a pretty competitive score. I won't call it a winning score, but a competitive score at that, 136 for 4. Pick of the bowlers, well, they bowled really well at the top, did Sanjeewa, Matasanka, but perhaps it was Manoj Silva, his 2 for 13, being used as just 6 bowlers, being used for Serenites. Interesting, Manoj Silva is actually one of the top run scorers for his team, so he'll probably come out first for his team in this chase. Do join us. We'll be back with you in around 13 minutes time for the chase here in the final. The JCL T20 JCL T20 League tournament. Some silver will be handed out in around an hour and a half's time. Join us for the chase. See you then. Welcome back to the International Cricket Ground here at Sano. This is the JCL T20 Final. Serendib, having won the toss, electing to bowl, had Tigers all out for 136. Their chase will soon get underway on what is a overcast day here at Sano. Around 29 degrees. Probably feels a bit warmer than that with the humidity. But on for a good chase here in what is the final. Both teams having never won the T20 league. I guess it's a relatively new tournament. This being the third year. The first year being 2022, won by Paddy Foley's. Runners up, the Cheaper Sharks. Last year, the winners being Tokyo Falcons, with the runners-up being Tokyo Titans. So not only will one of these teams be champions for the first time, it's both teams' first visit to a final. Tigers Cricket Club picking up an early piece of silverware in April. They won the T10 tournament here in Japan. So they're striving towards a second piece of silverware for the cabinet. That'll look good. I guess they're also still in contention with the 40-over format. The other third major tournament here for the elite level of cricket in Japan.Currently, that's one round from finishing before semi-finalists are announced. Tigers, I think, are sitting in fifth position, but still a chance to qualify for that. So, very strong club here in Japan cricket, taking on Serendib, unbeaten as well in this format. Here we go. First ball of the chase. It's Singh, and he's bowling to Thirumanna.Who just defends it onto the onside. Should be a really good chase this. 137. The wicket looks to be playing better than it did last week. I'm just wondering if it's a new one, if the old one to the right. See, this time just dabbed onto the offside from Thirumanna.Again, good line here, good start from Singh. Do have a strong bowling line up to the Tigers Cricket Club, so they'll feel confident that they can defend the score of 137. Bit of pressure already on Thirumanna early on in the innings. Having faced 3 dots, gets a bit of relief through a wide, and it's a costly one. It'll be 4 byes. 4 wide, sorry. So the innings gets underway for Serendib through that of a gift. Singh, you could see as soon as he released it, hands going to his head in disappointment. Comes back with a bit of delivery, but it's been punished. It's late square cut. And, well, he timed it well to Thirumanna, getting back for a second run. Of course, he's out there with partners Sean, Nero, and Kioturu. This time, Thirumanna looking to drive through the covers, but beaten. Getting a bit of away movement is seen. Be interesting to see how Serenites approach this chase, whether they're a bit more aggressive than the Tigers were in the opening 6 overs, the power play. Tigers managing just the 3 runs off their very first over. Serenites, through that of Thiramana, you can see he's looking to be aggressive here early on. Turns this one, but there is a short, fine leg in place on a 45-degree angle, so you will restrict any run being taken into the over. 8 off it. Pretty positive start here for the Serenites, and what is shaping up to be a grand final. This is game number 36 in the competition. We saw both of these teams finishing top of their table. Puneet Kumar to open his first spell. Nero Kioturu will be just taking on his first delivery, having to stand and watch his partner for the first over. Kumar in the end pulls out of the run-up and signalled dead ball from Mumtaz Alam, standing there umpire down this end. So here we go this time. Kumar to Nero Kioturu, and almost just a watchful shot played back to the bowler. Getting some swing, some movement through the air is Kumar. Looking to take it away from the left hand, although on this occasion the line had it just coming into the batsman, cramping him for somewhat use of his arms to extend. A powerful player is Nero Kioturu. Beats the bat. Just a little indecisive, but a great delivery from Kumar, just pitching really outside leg and beating the bat outside off. So he's getting some movement here early on. I believe they're playing with the Newberry ball, which is conducive to swing, especially early on, first 5 to 8 overs. Ledged and taken, caught. Great catch, and that's exactly the plan that has paid off. Just starting the ball on that line with the swing is just moving away from the batsman. This time, Nero Kioturu has a go at it, but he can only find the edge to first slip, which has been well held. And the first wicket falls. Tigers have Serenites 7 for 1. And unfortunately, Nero Kioturu today has to depart without scoring. Looks to be Manoj Silva, who will come out for the team. He actually sits at top of the list for runs scored in this T20 format. He sits on 113 runs from the previous 5 matches, and that going at an average of 28.25. So he sits top, followed by Chitral Gayan and Wasantha Chandana in 3rd place. They will love a contribution from Silva if they have to chase down this target today. Brilliant start from Kumar, 3 dots and a wicket. They really need to throw a counter punch here to Serenites. This time it'll be adjudged wide as he just gets a little bit too straight with the movement he's extracting. It was just too straight a delivery, ending up well wide down leg. So he finally goes for a run, does Puneet Kumar. And Silva, another watchful look at this, just getting well forward, defending onto the offside. Just having faced his first delivery, understandably watchful. Again, some swing, but well wide of the wicket, so Silva has a go at it. Relatively risky through it being aerial and through that cover region, which is heavily fortified, but finds the gap and falls safely and runs to the tally of Serenites. It may look like a sub-par score, 137, but I think it's bang on, perhaps slightly above par. This wicket has not proven simple to play on. High score today would be of that last weekend as well. Sabarish is 37. Gagan Suri also got a 30. So definitely it's playing better than last weekend, where the high score from batsmen of 4 different innings was only 20 runs. So not easy, but once you're in, you can become accustomed and start making runs from it. We saw that from Sabarish, Gagan and Alanjif Moli's innings. Played out to Gully, who's quick enough the reply throw. Pretty good in the field of the Tigers Cricket Club. We saw how energetic the Serenites were, sometimes overly energetic and having shies and throws at the stumps, and really there was no need to. Shot, cut, and should carry to the boundary. Does carry to the boundary. Wonderful cut stroke being played here. See it on the JCL replay. Thiramana just going onto the back foot and cutting between cover and point. It's the first boundary for the team, and it'll feel good. I guess we had the 4 byes, but off the bat, beautiful shot. Again he cuts, this time goes aerial, but there is cover out there. The sweeper fielder in a perhaps deep cover fielding position, so sounded good off the bat of Thirumanas though. I seem back on honing in on those wickets, really. Just asking the batsman to play. Beating the bat this time. Good work behind the stumps from the keeper. Quickly had the bails off, even though there was no risk, as Silver always had his back foot behind the crease. But some clean work shown between bowler and wicketkeeper there for Tigers outfit. Three overs done, halfway through the power play. Serenites 15 for 1 game. Most definitely in the balance here. Just looking for either team to take a grasp of it, whether through snaring a couple of wickets or just continue to build on this partnership. Find some boundaries, get that run rate up. Presently, run rate's going at 5. The required run rate's just moved up to 7 now. Always just a bit above 7, but pretty much was there from the start. So no need to hit the panic button at all from Serenites. They'll be just trying to get used to this wicket. Some in-swing, a big appeal for a caught behind. Kumar can't believe it, but given not out, the umpire didn't hear anything. That's the right decision. Wonderful ball. Good swing. Late swing. Almost feel Thirumana to eliminate the swingers just to get forward. Risky, of course, batting outside your crease with the keeper standing up. Really good combination of the keeper standing up to Puneet Kumar's swing here. You'll see the late swing coming into the batsman. Playing a relatively defensive shot there out to the covers. He may bowl 3 or 4 overs on the trot here, Kumar. Just extracting the advantage of that swing. This time it's wide, so Thirumana feels comfortable in stepping out and playing aggressively through the covers, unable to pierce the field. Good battle on here between the swing of Kumar and Thirumana, just trying to pierce the off-field gap here. It's a point cover, extra cover, mid-off, so again played straight to the fielder, and the pressure continues to build. 4 dots now, all very similar type balls. Romano just unable to get under it to go aerial, to go over the cover field. The ball, Kumar's bowling very foolish length there. This time he's got a little bit straight and allowed Thirumana just to turn him onto the onside, get off strike, keep the scoreboard ticking. Can't ill afford too many dots in this format of the game. And those 4 in a row just shows how good an over it's been thus far for the Tigers outfit. Final delivery. And again, beating the bat. As Silver comes forward into the over. Brilliant one for the Tigers. 16 for 1, 4 overs gone. Played again in forward of point, so the sweeper fielder will have to come in. Does restrict 2 being taken. Just the on your screen there, the breakdown of what's required. 120 now off 95 balls, so this could go down to the wire. 224 JCL T20 tournament. Second major piece of silverware to be handed out. It's going to be in someone's hands in just over an hour's time. Who that will be, we do not know. Just drop and run here and scampers through quick enough to do so. It's really good cricket when you're struggling to score off the wicket. The drop and run, as long as your partner is trusting and you've communicated well and early, always the opportunity to pick up a run. Cover in the form of a short third man, so another dot ball. Gurmar Singh in his 3rd over here, and wow, beats everything. Batsman, stumps and keeper. I thought it was I was looking for one of the bails. I thought it had clipped it, but it just flew past. Here's a look at the replay. And great delivery. And unfortunately, with the keeper standing up, it was too quick for him, seemed. And, well, 4 byes it is, as it will stand. Much needed one for the Serra Knights. Doesn't matter how they come, they'll take them anyway as long as they're in the book. They need a total of 137 to the Serra Knights. And a big appeal, perhaps thinking it hit pad before bat, but decision not given. Into the over, 5 overs done now. 22 for 1. Game fully in the balance here at Sarno. Overcast conditions, temperature probably around 28, 29 degrees. Humidity just under 80%, so that makes it feel a lot warmer. Looks like the Japan team have had some lunch and they're back out for some more practice, just walking to the left of your camera, on the left of your screen, along the netting you see here at Sarno International Cricket Ground. As mentioned earlier, the Japan team leaving for South Korea on Tuesday. A couple of pre-tournament games before the tournament kicks off this 7 days' time on Saturday. Back here, ball just played out onto the offside and getting through for a good single. Important that Serenites continue to rack up runs. They've got to push hard between the wicket. Kumar has just gone for 5 runs in his third over already. And a really good line that starts wide of off stump, but with his late swing just pulls the ball back on to targeting the stumps. As a right-hand batsman, in-swinging ball of that much, not pace, not too pacey, but it's the in-swing, often the very late swing that can cause discomfort, confusion, and ultimately wickets. So dragged out onto the onside though. This shot's a shot of confidence and a beautiful shot executed from Thiramana. They just keep getting one boundary and over, which is just keeping that run rate at a comfortable level, or at least steering in the right direction. They can't afford to push that run rate up to 8-9 required, because that's just going to be too hard on this pitch. It is adjudged wide, and you can hear the support from the Serenites cheering that loudly for a wide. Then you can just but imagine how excited they are when the boundary is crossed. Just pushed onto the onside, but no run will be taken. Kumar still with very impressive figures, even having gone for the boundary 4. There's 2 balls remaining. He's just gone for the 10 runs. Really impressive. It just shows you the difficulty of facing his in-swing, late swing. Wide, and he has a good go at it, just Thiramana. Adjudged to be within the line, and it did started outside of line, but with the swing after the ball pitched, it did end up inside the line. Another good decision from the umpire. Just 1 ball remains. 6 runs having come off the over thus far. How does it finish? Cranked through the covers, finds the gap. They'll push hard for runs here, and they do manage to come back for a second. So end of the over, 6 overs done. The power play is complete. Serenites 30 for 1. game most definitely in the balance here. It's hard to say in the game of cricket what team's ahead, but at this stage, Serendib 30 for 1. At the same stage, the Tigers, after their power play, were also 30 for 1. So dead equal, dead even. It'll be the remaining 14 overs that sees advantage to one team who will be holding that trophy. One just seemed to pop a bit on the wicket, and you can see there Silver just going down to do a bit of gardening on the spot perhaps. Kumar Jha, his first over for the Tigers outfit. Goes short again, and this time it's been latched onto. Ronald Silva plays well. We want to say the head fell away, but he got enough on the bat. Here's the replay. It was a short delivery, but no, he picked it up well. Just took his eye off the ball with the rotation of his body, swinging through the shot, but collected it well, and great shot. Manoj Silva, can he form a really important partnership here with Thirumanna? This time he's gone fuller, has Kumar Jha, but being driven down to mid-off for another single. Good cricket. Before followed up with a single. This time you can see the seam that Kumar Jha's getting off the wicket. Just perhaps rolling the fingers across the ball, bowling some off-cutters. But you could see the delivery jagged back into the batsman, who ended up playing it really well. This time short, but the ball's gone on with its line. A chance given, gone, out, run out, right in front of the umpire. He had a brilliant view of it, and just like that, the wicket falls. Real shock, and it's Thirumanna at the non-striker's end. He got back in time, but I perhaps believe the umpire judged the bat to be in the air as the ball took out the stumps, made a mess of them. Brilliant throw in from the field, and just like that, out, run out, the second wicket falls. The Tigers absolutely love that opportunity that's been taken, and real disappointment there for the Serendib. So a wicket thanks to a beautiful piece of fielding, and This has just been the new batsman out there is Murutha for Serendib. End of the over, 7 overs done, 36 for 2. Ramana, who was caught short of his ground at the non-striker's end, who was run out none other than Sabarish Ravichandran. Had a good contribution, did Thiramana, has 16 runs coming from 25 balls, but has built some sort of foundation for the team for them to capitalise off. It's not going to be easy. The run rate required just continues to slowly build. Still under 8, high 7s. Silva plays a nice shot down to long on for a single. Sorry, it's Murutha, that was. No, correct, sorry, number 11 is Silva. I think our scorers just have that the wrong way round. It's alright, they'll catch up. New batsman, Murutha on strike, about to face his first delivery. And just spooned back. This is not Kumar Jha, so on screen a bit of a mistake. It's Sabarish Ravichandran. That will be fixed as soon as possible. Good delivery from Sabarish. Not a lot of bounce in the wicket for him, but nonetheless good length and line. Real pressure here on Serendib to continue scoring runs. And, well, it's been dragged across from Murutha. A risky shot playing across the spin, but got enough of it and sprinted through for a second run. Got to keep scoring, do Serendib. Cannot afford to have 2-3 overs of 3-4 runs. This time, the wrong end from Sabarish. Whether he read it out of the hand or just played it off the pitch, Murutha deals with it comfortably. This time is a bit more hesitant, playing a good straight bat, and end of the over, rushes through quickly to Sabarish when he bowls. Just the 3 runs coming from it. Another one advantage of the Tigers. They're starting to assert their dominance in this game. Serendib, well, they need a couple of boundaries, a big over. They can just swing the momentum. They need to throw some counter punches in the form of 1 or 2, 3 boundaries over the next couple of overs. Silva plays almost a lackadaisical shot in the end, looking to hit straight. Went onto the back foot, but just sort of slapped it out to mid-on, falling short of mid-on. But very open stance you'll see here employed from Manoj Silva, and great delivery from Kumar Jha. This one going straight on. It's been given. Yeah, there was no off or leg cutter on this occasion. It was seam up and he just hurried the batsman on. May have been bowled a cross seamer, but he's got him in front, adjudged. And the finger goes up. The fourth wicket falls. It's 40 for 3 here at Sano. Tigers starting to feel like that trophy is within grasp. They've just managed to push the run rate up, take wickets. That run rate required now up above 8. It's not going to be easy to do for the incoming batsman. So every time you can eliminate a batsman who's made a score or faced 15 to 20 balls, it's just another shot in your corner. Manad Silva departs 10 off his 16 balls, and the new batsman, Chitrao Gayan, number 55, approaches the wicket. Another good batsman, and hopes for the Serendib team that he can demonstrate his skills, contribute a big score, and help chase down this target. Well able to do it is Gayan. His average for the T20 season thus far is 36.67, so they would love that from him today. Kumar Jar back where he left off, just that good line and length. Just rolling the fingers across it, finding seam off the ball, getting it to drag back into the batsman or away. He can swing it both ways, can Kumar Jar. Great arsenal to have, being able to do so. Another quite open stance here from the batsman, Gayan. Two runs brought up. That's good running from the team. Good desperation. They know that they're starting to fall behind in this race. 42 for 3. And 9 overs gone, and already Sabaris Ravichandran's at the crease ready to bowl. Just while we're waiting, I'll let you know the dates of the Japan cricket tournament, the World Cup qualifying sub-regional B, 28th of September. That's next Saturday. Japan take on the Philippines. Next Sunday, they take on South Korea. 1st of October, they play Indonesia. And then the round robin is again repeated. The 2nd of October, Japan play the Philippines. The 4th of October, they play Korea. And 5th of October, it is up against Indonesia. We wish them the very best of luck for their tournament. Let's hope they can come back with success and gain entry through to what would be the next stage, a more difficult stage. Wow, what a shot. Will it carry? It falls short of the deep extra cover fielder, the sweeper out there. For a moment, I thought it might have carried all the way. Difficult shot to do so, but he was playing with the spin. Coming down the wicket, gets a full toss and hits straight, but oh no, he can't. I thought long off was going to be able to get round and just cover that, and almost a teacup display from Ravichandran. I'm disappointed of his fielder not quite catching up to the ball. Looked like he had it in control, but in the end, perhaps we're going to ground a bit early and just fumbles it across the boundary line. 4 runs. This time he's turned down from his non-striker. They look to be busy out here, does Muditha and Gayan. It's good to see. They can afford to start losing out in terms of run rate here. Got to keep runs scoring. And again, Muditha just dropping and asking his partner, why is there no run there? Great delivery from Ravi Chandaran. Perhaps wanted it to be a little bit more full, but is wrong and found the underside, the under edge of the bat. He almost played on, did Muditha. The halfway stage, 48 for 3. The players will take a bit of a welfare break due to the heat and humidity. We'll be back with you in a couple of minutes' time. But just repeating the final here, the T20 Grand Final. It's the 2 best teams, both unbeaten until today. One will have their first loss and will unfortunately be runners-up. They'll need to watch the champions take the cup in their grasp. Will it be Tigers? Will it be Serenites? Well, do join us in around 90 seconds' time. So we've had our break. 10 overs remain in this contest. The game still in the balance, could go either way. Serenites chasing the target of 137, currently 48 for 3. At the same stage, the Tigers Cricket Club, they were 63 for 1 after their 10 overs. So you can see only 10 to 15 runs in it really. And they can easily change with 1 or 2 big overs. Looks to be Jijo George lining up for a bowl for the Tigers Club. Going on strike. Can he lead his team home to victory here? Just having faced the first 4 deliveries, you'll still be getting used to this wicket, and it's a good start from George. A little bit wide, but full of length and plenty of cover down there. Third man point. who is going to lay their hands on the 2024 JCL T20 Cup or trophy, because there is also the Japan Cup, which is a different tournament to this. The Japan Cup invites teams from all over to Japan to enter. You go through regional phases before the finals are held over a weekend. This is different. This is a part of the JCL. There were 14 teams chosen. Serendib's relatively new team, and what a display from them in their perhaps first outing. I don't think they were a part of it last year. I could be wrong, but what a display they've made, making it to the final, and who knows, could be overall champions. Need to keep scoring runs though, do Serendib. They're just falling behind ever so slowly with the runs required. It's now up above 9. And wow, it's given wide. But you can see the movement there from Dijo George. You'd be happy with that. He would just want to get the radar a bit straighter. Muditha swings hard over the cover. There will be protection out there. It's deep extra cover. So just one run taken, but and just pushed onto the offside and thought about a single, but those Tigers fielders too onto it for that. Almost hunting in that cover region area. All moving in with the ball and showing lots of energy off the ball in terms of support of their teammates. Dijo George, final ball, and he's found the underside of the edge of the bat. Will it run away? No. Third man will clean it up. Rather fortuitous, but a run nonetheless to bring up the end of the over. 52 for 3. Just 9 remaining. And at the same stage, well, they had a pretty good over after the break, the Tigers. After 11 overs, they were 72 for 1. So 20 runs behind at the same stage. The Serendib, they need a big over. Squeezed out behind square. Fielder there, just in mid-wicket. Brings Muditha on strike, not Gayan. Goes hard along the ground. And that'd be long off. He does the work, so another run added. And there's the calculation there broken down for you. 84 runs required from just 53 balls. Not an easy task, and you can feel perhaps already just the realization, the awareness of the Serendib. They've got to get going here. Edged, clamped down on it, the batsman. And an appeal for a run out, but he was good enough, Muditha. He got down from non-strikers end quickly. Yeah, the batsman Gayan did well to actually just clamped down on that ball, otherwise it would have gone on to make a mess of his stumps. But in doing so, just drew the edge and a run. One's not enough at this stage for Serenites. They need a boundary and over, plus the ones or twos to support it, but that run rate just climbing all the time for them. They need a big over, an over of a 12 to 16 will just put them back on track. Can Muditha be the hero for the team? Can he just manage to clear the front leg? Instead, he's just one to come. Didn't mention, but this is Sakia's first over, and he's been ramped behind. You'll see a lot of work being done from deep square leg, but also third man coming round, unable to restrict. 2 runs being taken, 57 for 3, 12 overs done. And again, if I look at the comparisons, well, Tigers at the same stage were 74 for 2. Play and a miss. Again, another good delivery from Gijo George. He's taking it away from the right-hand batsman and bringing it back in. Played in front of point, but as talked about, there's a cover fielder out there covering deep cover, so covering a lot of area, but able to restrict boundary shots such as that one just then from Gaon. Really do need a boundary here to Serenites, and you can just see the intent there from Muditha thinking the same thing, looking to give himself room, free the arms. This occasion he is looking to hit over the cover field, straight enough to take out the cover fielder, hence find the boundary rope. Game slipping away from Serenites here. Played, but Gully good enough to field it. What was a shot hit firmly. In the book, it's just another dot, and the dot equals pressure. Just the one run off the last 4 balls. Real pressure here on Serenites. They've got to do something. Well, he's edged it. Is it fine enough? No, because third man is in very straight position. They do scamper back for a second. But ones, twos, it helps, but they need a boundary and over. They are starting just to lose this game now on what will be the required runs needed in each over. Now up to just under 11. Still 7 wickets in hand. Cuts, but cuts to the sweeper fielder out there, so just 1 taken. And the single adds to the other 3 runs, 4 for the over, 63 of 13 overs. Again, the comparison At the same stage, Tigers up 78. Just looking at the worm, Tigers really accelerated in the next couple of overs. So the gap just may widen if Serenites don't get a hop along. About to be bowled is the 14th over. Well, the Tigers took 10 runs off the 14th over, and they took another 14 runs off the 15th over. So 24 runs off the next 2 overs, and still Serenites will be behind. So real pressure here. Just tightening their grip on the game, and well, that's a great shot. With all the pressure needed on scoring runs and scoring boundaries, Muditha has reacted. Not only has he reacted, he has delivered. Great shot. Reverse sweep. And really, he just had to get it in front of what was a short third man. Did that, got the 4 runs. Can he continue? Can this be the over, Serenites? I'll need a couple more. Just falling short of extra cover. Almost inviting the batsman to run, but a friendliness been shown between the teams. Muditha, can he find the boundary again? Comes down the wicket. Plays well. Plays exactly again to the same fielder, who again fields it cleanly, almost wanting the batsman to go for a run so he can take a shot at the stumps. Beautifully picked up. Will it go all the way? Does. 4 runs. That's 8 so far off the over. 3 balls remain. Sorry, it'll be just the 2 remaining. Here's the replay. Muditha this time to short delivery, and he does well to just catch up with it. Play almost a hook shot to a spin bowler. Can he keep going, Muditha? It's played wide of the fielder, so they'll just take the 1 run. For a moment there, I thought the second may have been on, but with a contempt with the single brings Gayan, who's been relatively quiet to now. You certainly know he can hit a ball. Can these two just continue to take the game deep? Who knows how much pressure will be put back on the Tigers. But certainly pressure will be there if these two continue to bat. This is off the pad, and thoughts of a bye, but not taken. End of the over, quiet end of the over, but one that still 9 runs taken there from Serenites. If they're to win this game, they'll need a few more of those overs, if not a little bit more. Playing a miss. And tries to give himself room, moves well across onto the offside to play a lap, but the line of DJ George almost followed the batsman, cramping him up, but he does really well to get the ball away. Just kept his eyes on the ball well, did Muditha. He picked up 2 for his troubles. But intelligent bowling. If George did see him move early, he did well to follow him and just cramp him for room. Hard to change your shot when you set up for a ramp. This time he goes hard at it, finds a thickish edge, but cover down at third man. He's been in play a lot in these last 3-4 overs. And it's now or never for these Serenite batsmen. You can just feel Muditha Gayan really starting to go after each shot here. Goes high. Will it go all the way? It does, because it's been played defensively from what may be a Benjamin Ito Davis by the nets, who just defends it, a full toss, but it's travelled 60 metres to get to him. Beautiful shot, and here we go. It's a back foot defend shot. Looks to be Zubair Khan alongside him. Goes again, and this time there'll be no Japan national team member to block that. That's travelled well over their heads, and well, they're in an area where they need to just keep a watch of the batting talent of Gayan. He's just nailed consecutive sixes, and we talked about a big over for Serenites, putting them back on track. Is this it? 15 off it, 1 ball remaining. Plays out to cover Regent, and they do scamper through for a single. Brilliant over. 16 runs coming off it. And, well, Serenites, the partnership of Muditha and Gayan will be just a bit of a worry for the Tigers. They'll still feel they have control of the game, but more so if they can remove both these batsmen. Gayan's gone from 2nd gear to 5th gear, playing a couple of beautiful shots, both straight hits. One straight and perhaps the other one over long on's head. "15 overs done." At the same stage, as talked about, the Tigers, they had a really good 15th and 14th over. They were 102 for 2 at the same stage. But who knows what momentum Gayan has created with that previous over. Both him and his partner, Hashan Muditha, they're in some form. They're both in the 20s. 5 overs remain. So does this game. It remains to be seen who's going to be holding the trophy. Sabarich Ravichandran coming back for his 3rd. He'll be loving this contest. He had to bat under pressure. Now he's having to bowl under pressure. And this one just goes straight on. I was waiting for it to turn. He's bowling a leg break, but of course he's got all sorts of variations, including his wrong in, which is got him, gone. Leg stump out of the ground. Doesn't he love it? He's a competitor, Ravichandran, and he just knows how important either of these 2 wickets are. But it's Gayan who has to depart. He's played it relatively loose. He was walking down the wicket, didn't really have great balance, but Ravichandran has taken out leg stump, and he's just passing on information here to the incoming batsman, just letting him know that that ball just slid on. There was no turn or anything. His new partner or teammate, Chandana, or Santha Chandana, well, again, He can bat. His average is 33 out of the past 5 games, and he sits third on the tally behind that of Manoj Silva and Chitrao Gayan. So still some batting talent to come. This comes out at number 6. Does Wasantha. Already, after a brilliant momentum shift towards the Serenites after hitting 16 off 1 over, well, it swung back in the other direction, hasn't it? Back in favour of Tigers. Wicket. And bowling to a new batsman in the form of Wasantha Chandana. It's come in high pressure situation. He's come down, caught and bowled opportunity, but put down, and well, somebody sets high standards to himself, and he'll be a bit disappointed. Didn't cost a run. It is indeed another dot ball, so still looking at a wicket made in here. 2 balls remaining. This has been dragged across to the onside. Long on will come round. So just the one. Not enough at this stage for Serenites. Run rate required now up to 12. Well, if you can take that into the last over, then yep, so be it. But you can't but feel it may be a bit higher than that. Still 4 overs remaining after this delivery. They need a huge over, the Serenites. It's gone flat. He's put it through a bit quicker as Ravichandran. Cameraman's lost it, but it's out there to deep mid-wicket. Just checking there, umpire to umpire. And I think they're just checking on perhaps time. Local time 1 o'clock. Perhaps just a little bit behind schedule. We did have the 2 breaks after the 10 over mark. 4 overs remain. And, well, they need another 50 runs. Tall order, really, for Serenites, but anything can still happen. Who knows if Muditha, he could just tee off, hit 3 or 4 boundaries, and the game can change in an instant. Tigers, they'll be backing themselves, though. They know they've got the bowling talent and depth. Edged, and it's gone fine. Will third man get round? Yes. So he's done a lot of work down there, third man. Oh, could be a run out. Won't be a run out. Will be overthrows. A comedy of errors here. You don't often see it. Provided by the Tigers Cricket Club. They like to hold their standards high, and they usually hit them. But a slight mistake there of an overthrow and being taken. Is the pressure just getting them to a little target now. .46 runs needed. Just under 4 overs. Can they do the impossible? Wasantha, he's on strike. He's just faced the 2 deliveries. Not an easy situation. Kumar Jha, be interesting to see if he wants to take the ball in or away from the batsman here. He's bowling it straight. Good pace, full. And really important here that Wasantha just gets bat on ball, makes a connection. gone, bowled him. Going after the delivery was Wasantha, but played around it, and the result being the stumps just spread. Having a look at the JCL replay here, and yeah, it seemed and took out leg stump in the end. So wicket to Vikas Jar, that's his second. Really good figures for him, 2 for 12, and he's halfway through his third over. Fortunately, Chandana has to depart just for the one run, and well, all hopes really, they lay on the partner of Muditha. He'll be joined from Shihan Madhusankar, but it's Muditha who's in form, and certainly has become used to the wicket now and how it plays. So if they're to make it home, a lot of the responsibility relies on Muditha. Shihan Madhusankar on strike, the new batsman, facing an informed Kumar Jha, again bowls a good line and length. You can just feel the desperation of Serenites, almost feeling they're needing to go after every ball, but some being wild swings rather than, again, just a swing and a miss. Final delivery coming up here from what has been a brilliant over. Does manage to make contact with this, but it'll be straight out to long on. And they are thought, so I was just wondering if the second was picked up, but end of the over. Tigers starting to really affirm their dominance here. Run rate again climbs this over up to 15 now. It's a result of just the last couple of overs going for a 4 and a 2. 16 was a bright light of hope, but that's since faded, and they're up against the wall, the Serenites. 18 balls remain, 45 required. By no means impossible, but a big ask for these batsmen. Madhusankar really just needs to get Muditha back on strike, give them every opportunity of chasing this score down. Goes at it hard, and long on will field the ball for just the one taken. It's Gijo George down there on the boundary. Can Muditha find the boundary? Comes down the wicket and unable to get under the ball. So he just plays a straight bat down to long on. Another single taken. Another single. And just a check here from the umpire, just a slight delay. And there will be a slight delay here. 3 runs taken from the first 3 balls. Not enough for the Serenites. They are ambling towards a loss here. They need the boundary, and they need it fast. Comes down the wicket, tries to give himself room, but, well, it's almost a half-tracker from Savarish. Just results in the single, and goes for a reverse sweep. gets it between the fielders, and that is a brilliant shot. Brilliant shot from Muditha. Not for the first time. He sets up for the reverse sweep, but it's still having to execute it between what would have been point and gully, and he manages to find the gap, and that's a great shot. It's Muditha who hit that ball, sorry, not Matasanka, just to mix up the score on your screen. 42 off 14. Final ball of the over. Can Muditha do something special? Can he go again? An appeal and given. Well, it was a quicker one from Ravichandran, and it was honing in to take out middle and off. So as soon as the umpire had judged the batsman not to make any contact with the bat, it was going to be out. In fact, looked like to hit the front of his pad with his knee on the ground. So the 5th wicket falls, and with that, I believe hopes for the Serenites team being able to pick up the trophy. And it's a tough ask now. Muditha played a really good innings. He is having to finally return to the 10. Out LBW 36, coming from 33 balls, and he scored 4 fours as part of it. It has been the second high score today, behind of Saurich Ravichandran. Brings to the wicket Hasitha Sharish is the new batsman, as Serenites are just one shy of 100. The beginning of the 18th over, a play and a miss, and some good pace. Of course, that wicket falling on the last ball of the previous over. It's Wickets Fall. He's been hit. Will it carry? It does. Over long offside, and not too far from what looked to be Piyush Kumbhare down there. So welcome back to him. He'll be wanting his Tigers teammates to get up. Piyush Kumbhare also plays for the Tigers Cricket Club. Not today, not this season. He's been overseas, I believe, but is a part of the Japan national team, and this one's played down to long on. Sorry, it's mid on in there. He's just shot in off the boundary, so a bit of excitement towards the end of this innings. Matasanka hitting that big 6. Does that hold a little small bit of belief? Who knows? 3 balls to come in this over. Still requiring 31 runs. It's just 31 off 9 balls, so pretty straightforward. Maximums needed here. Just taking some time to get the field right to the left-hand batsman, Hasitha Sharish. Swings and misses, and a real shame. And well, here, just 1 ball remaining. You almost want Matasanka perhaps on strike. Who knows whether he'll look for the boundary on even runs. Hit high. Mid-off has come and taken. Saurich Ravichandran again putting his mark on the match. This time through a catch taken, and the dying overs here, and another wicket for Wickets Fall. That's his 3rd wicket. His figures now standing at 3 for 20. Do believe that was the last ball of the over, and well, with that catch from Sabarish, their hopes, their realization that this match is close, very close now, just 8 balls away. 31 needed. Wouldn't a boundary here just add to the excitement to the finish? Who knows what Harith is capable of, but he's come in at number 9. He's played 4 balls, found it at the edge. They'll sprint through for a single, but unable to pick up a second. Into the over, 19 gone. Serendib 107 for 7. They need 30 of the remaining over, and that's a tall order in any game of cricket. Final over coming up here at Sano International Cricket Ground. The grand final of the T20 JCL. It's been a pretty close fixture. Serendib looking at their worm. They've been pretty much neck and neck until around about the 9th over. And from overs 9 through to 16, they've just fallen off that run rate required, unfortunately. They've come back in the last couple of overs with a big over number 15, 16 runs coming from it, but may all be in vain for what looks like victory to the Tigers. Final 6 balls coming up. First ball, it's an underside edge that will put in a good challenge for the fielder to race after it. Just the one taken. Harith getting off the mark. Matasanko on strike. Five balls remaining. And a swat at it, but it hasn't travelled far enough. Just out to the long off fielder, bouncing well short. So 1 run taken. 28 off 4 balls. Well, mathematically, it's all done and dusted, but you never know. Could be a wide, a no ball 6. We'll play it out. Dragged onto the onside, just out of mid-wicket's reach. I do think he got a finger to it, but didn't stick. Bowler doesn't seem to mind too much, quite happy it just didn't travel across the boundary rope. Comes down the wicket, slashes at it, but doesn't travel far, just out to the 30-yard circle, and another single taken. Harith and Bardwaj batting out these final deliveries. Just 2 balls remaining. Struck nicely out to long off, but will not be enough. And sitting on 111, 112, the game will fall in favour of the Tigers. It will be another victory, another bit of silverware in the cabinet for them. Dragged across to the onside. The final delivery is picked up, and that is it here at Sano. Congratulations to the Tigers Cricket Club. winners here today and remain unbeaten throughout the entirety of the tournament. Congratulations to the Tigers team, the coaches and management. Their, as I say, second piece of silverware. They won the T10 Cup in April, and today in September they're adding to it with the T20. We'll have to wait and see how they go in the T40 format, the 40 over format. But in terms of today, congratulations. They are the JCL T20 champions for the first time in their history. They've won a few other cups and trophies, but not this one. So it'll feel good. And Ranjiv Mohli, the captain, will be absolutely pleased with the performance the team put in. Batting first, been put into bat on not a very easy wicket. They went about their task with a couple of really good partnerships, mostly between Gagan Suri and Ravichandran, followed on from Mohli, the captain. But getting to a score on the wicket, of a challenging wicket, the score of 136, proved too much. And we just looking there at the bowling outfit of the Tigers. Well, Vikas Kumar Jha was the best, 3 for 21, and Sabarish supported in him well, 2 for 18. Singh and Kumar both did a really good job at the top, and as I say, it was the pressure through the middle overs where Sabarish and Jijo George came on to bowl. It just provided too much. There's the summary. Again, congratulations to the Tigers Cricket Club. Winners by 23 runs today, and they will hold aloft the JCL T20 Cup. Congratulations to them. Do subscribe to Japan Cricket to follow future content and upcoming content. It looks, you see down at the bottom of your picture, Head of Operations Alan Kerr perhaps about to do the honours in terms of handing the cup over to the captain and the team. Perhaps also naming a man of the match. For me, well, it's hard to look past that of Sabarish Ravichandran, really, both in the wickets column and the runs column. And you'll see on screen the celebrations there being heard also. The Tigers Cricket Club, congratulations to them. Another win and another trophy in the cabinet. No doubt they'll be celebrating tonight somewhere, some izakaya here in Sano. Serendib, the Seren Knights, from what I understand, a relatively new team in Japan cricket. We should see them in the T40, the 40 over format in years to come. Of course, you've got to win divisions below to make it to the Premier Division, Division 1. But certainly they have the talent and makings of a strong team. So, before I leave you, I will just again make you aware of the upcoming content for Japan Cricket on ICC TV. In fact, I just will look upon the Tiger celebrations, which is continuing, perhaps this time for the Instagram post. And Japan soon to fly out to South Korea in a couple of days' time. They take on the Philippines and Indonesia in pre-tournament matches. And then following on from that, they take on 3 different countries in a round robin, a double round robin. So they play the Philippines twice, South Korea twice, and Indonesia twice. The team at the top of the table following those games is adjudged the winner and goes on to the next stage of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. That is all on ICC TV, which is free to subscribe. But if you do subscribe to this channel, then you will catch all other future domestic cricket finals coming up. You'll see perhaps the 40 over final We'll see the Japan women's team in action against Singapore. And you also see the Embassy Cup in October. So a lot to look out for. Do subscribe, whether to this channel or via social media on Instagram, Facebook, and X. And finally, for those who've been viewing from the Indian subcontinent via fan code, we hope you've enjoyed today's match, today's fixture. Congratulations again to Tigers Cricket Club on winning the JCL T20 2024 edition. Good afternoon.